Sky still have a lot of riders. They still have 8 riders in it. Zandio is the only one out. Where you look at some of the other teams, Lotto, Belisol, they have got 5 riders left in this race.
Yes, their sprinter Gianni Meersman being one of them. Morenez is still here, so he's a fairly good bit of a lead out, as is Adam Hansen. Actually, Frederick Williams can go quite hard as well, but you're not going to see them at the front here until the very, very last kilometre. 1.9k to go, and Sky are drilling this one on the front to try and keep the pace high. Now Liquigas slip into the mix as well. Ian Stannard is the man in the white jersey, third back. He will, when he gets on the front of the last kilometre, Sean, he will do the job we've seen so often with a rider like David Miller for other teams, and also for Bradley Wiggins. He will just absolutely bury himself and get them so fast that they can, with Sky's Ben Swift right in his wheel, that he'll be able to launch him at the line. Here comes Green Edge as well. They want desperately for Alan Davis to succeed here. 2 or 3 times he's come close, but it's no cigar for them yet. 61 kilometres now. They're still not going absolutely full bore here, Sean. Little bit of a kick round to the left after this roundabout, as they go over the river and down, very down, slightly downhill into the finish at Valladolid here.
Yes, and we can see just a moment ago Ian Stannard looking behind there, and of course Swift is in the wheel. He's trying to wait as long as possible, because if he can wait until the last 500 metres and then take it up with Swift in his wheel, as we can see now he's taking it up, but it's going to be a long one for him, because he has to take Swift quite a long ways.
Through the last bend goes Ian Stannard with Simon Clark of Orica. Green Edge in the polka dot jersey of Mountains classification winner, not far behind him, or just behind him in fact. Swift looks over his shoulder to see where everybody is. Benati, a little boxed in, has to finish, has to stop pedaling for just a second. Stannard looks to where Swift is and blocks his own man very slightly. Gets onto the wheel of Lloyd Mondori this time. Degenkolb is out of it. He's a long, long way back. Look at him sprinting. Swift has a clear run at the moment with Benati on the left-hand side. Daniele Benati is pushing hard. Swift looks as though he's got that one. Very close. Swift and I think Benati pushing each other right to the line, but Degenkolb was delivered completely in the wrong place, Sean. He was sprinting for his life to try and get back on. He was miles down. There was no way he was going to get it, but he was fighting for the points by that time.
Yes, and if you know, that is what the teams are always hoping, that the big sprinter of the race, the most fast one, certainly in this race, that he gets a little bit into difficulty, get boxed out, and that's what happened to Degenkolb. Too far off and then trying to make up ground, and we could see Stannard, he did a real good job there. I thought he was taking it up a bit too early, as we can see here. Swift in a real good position, and Benati also, he was just waiting, not taking it up too early. I think that mistake was made early in this race, where he took it up a little bit too early. Here we see he comes just at the last moment, but Swift holds on.
I don't know actually. That was very tight. Looks like Swift held on there, but Benati coming on the left-hand side, very, very close. And we saw how close it was from the head-on shot, even more close from the overhead shot. Let's have a look at this. Oh, that is close. That is a definite photo finish. Here we go. Yes, Benati. Yes. Benati takes it. The experience of Daniele Benati ahead of Ben Swift. Oh, so close for Ben Swift. And Stannard already telling the team car that he's launched him off ahead of everybody else. Looks like he's going for the win. Benati on the left-hand side. Alan Davis in third spot here. Throwing for the line, and just a better time track throw, Sean. That was it.
Yes, I think, well, Benati was, very clever there, tactic. I think he played real well. Experience
counts, absolutely. Played it very well. He didn't take the sprint up too early, Sean. He was almost boxed in, knocked off the gas completely.
Yes, and more than one time. We see quite early, I think it's around 400 metres out, he just was getting a little bit too close to the front, knocked it off a bit and waited and just trying to stay in the slipstream. And again we see there, when he was in the wheel of Swift, just played the waiting game and came in the end and just pipped him on the line.
Ben Swift misses out again, Sean. It's a bitter learning experience, this, isn't it, when you try all that time and you never get anywhere?
Well, it's part of the trade, learning the tricks of the trade, and I think when they will look back at that again, but you cannot really, take Swifty. I think he did a real good job there. It was just Bernardi did a real good sprint, and timing real good.
Sembrava impossibile quest'anno vincere una gara.
Tell you what, it looked impossible for me almost to win this year. I've had a pretty difficult year, says Daniele Bernardi. He's had a pretty difficult few years, frankly. I didn't prepare for the Vuelta the way I'd have liked. I've been ill again this season, particularly. But it was important for me to get here and ride. I really wanted to do well today. Today was very hard, 50k an hour average almost. So it's after 2 crazy weeks, it's just incredible. It's been to full gas for 2 weeks. I know 4 years ago Walter Wayland won. It's for him and for my grandfather Gino, who's recently died, and for our Massa, who's had to go home. So there we go. That's the win for all of them, says Daniele Bernardi. Yeah, very smart. Knocked off the gas, as you say, Sean, more than once. Almost up on the barriers, holding his line. Swift going for it, and then Bernardi just sneaking up. And as I said, he just had that experience to just throw the bike a little, just a bit of timing for him. And Swift just a bit slow on his track throw and missed out by a rim width.